It's the Cable
I kind of hate playing less than 4 anime deads, but that's alright. I think got that explosives. Is there enough blue cards in this fucking deck? I play 17 plus 4 is 21. Reanimator is really tight. I actually don't think it's that tight. Like Thoughtseizes and Fatal Pushes or Flex Slots. The number of Brazen Borrowers you're going to play is a Flex Slot. The number of fucking Wastelands you're playing is flexible. And I think this card is like probably better as a one of in the main deck. How I had it when I first pulled the deck up with one in the main deck and a couple on the side. But everybody's trying out 3 or 4. So I feel like I should try out. I should do a league with 3. Why Fairy Macabre over other graveyard hate? You can't like daze it or force will it. Coffin Purge is good with Entomb. If you want to leave yourself the option of having Entomb in the Reanimator mirror, then Coffin Purge is really good. What do you go about that? Your gut is like 0 to 1 because it's inconsistent, right? Yeah, it's like a worse Animate Dead that takes time to set up and stuff. There's matchups in Legacy where you can't like afford to fucking brainstorm and set up a turn 3 reanimation effect. Where like you just need to make your Grizzlebrand or your Archon or your Trax or whatever it is, you need to make it as quickly as possible. You can't really afford to have like this many slow cards. That said, it's obviously a great value card, right? Similar to Bowmasters in that regard, I think. Obviously, they're doing very different things, but like the whole being multiple bodies, helping you grind sort of deal. So I think it's more of a sideboard card, but let's fucking try what everybody else is doing right now. Let's see how I like them. Giving them spin. So this hand makes a turn 2 troll. But it's pretty dog shit. No interaction. A turn 2 troll is reasonable if you're like dazing and forcing and stuff alongside it. It's pretty bad if that's like your only plan. The turn 1 Tamiyo, pretty good. What's this Wasteland here? Hope they're short. I hope it's hard to flip the Tamiyo. Interesting stuff. I don't think we're going to be slamming Frog next turn. I guess we'll see. Depending on what they do, we could fetch and have double days up. All right. I almost like dazing this Brainstorm. It lets the Tamiyo flip. But we can also just fucking attack the Tamiyo. I'm gonna let it resolve. Yeah, neither of those commands work, What if I lose because I let that fucking Brainstorm resolve? Put a not slamming their own frog into daze here. I think our best draw at this point is Wasteland. Take him off black again. But hold on to this Underground Sea in case I need to dip into frog. Outside chance my opponent's playing bolts. I don't think they are, but who knows? I think they're really digging for Fatal Push. Got me. Also got me. Pretty glad I didn't go for the Reanimate there. That would have been embarrassing. This album's been an unexpected treat. It really has. Yeah, I never heard it before. Maybe 3 borrows is too many. Maybe 2's a fine number. A little less graveyard based post board. Yeah, let's keep it at 1 or 2. Hey, Uchiha, thanks to the sub. Thanks to 81 months there. 81 months. What? Time flies when you're having Caleb. Cheers. Yeah, cheers, Uchiha. If I don't leave Metamorphosis in, then I guess I'm supposed to be shaving Animate Deads. Come a little bit less graveyardy. Wouldn't mind some Nile Spell Bumps of my own in this matchup. Just for shrinking DRCs and such. Why does this deck run 2 Thoughtseizes? Budgetary concerns. Yeah, not really. It's mostly that the deck lost Grief. And it was nice to have a little bit of interaction, but we don't play 4 Thoughtseize. Because we also have to make room for main deck Fatal Pushes for opposing Frogs and such. So 2's a pretty solid number. You're happy when you draw it. You never really want to see 2. Hey, Neo Player, thanks for the sub, thanks for the 2 months there. It's kind of just patching over the loss of Grief in the deck. You could probably play more if you wanted. A lot of value here. You don't think the deck has a lot of turn 1 plays? Oh, I think it has quite a few, right? You want to like Entomb, You want to ponder? So where's we jamming frogs into this reb? Let's jam it all. Just playing it today's super hardcore here. But we saw their hand a little bit ago. Ah, they're just gonna be able to kill both here. Bummer. Possible I'm not supposed to be playing that land. Ooh, I finished my salad, but I forgot about the roll. Roll with a little bit of butter. Feels like we've gone through an album shift, but this hasn't been atrocious so far. Oh, it's another album by the same person, I see. Kind of looks like my opponent's playing a Murktide, huh? It's pretty rough. Only one surveil land, huh? One to two is normal spawn. Yeah, besides Reanimating an Archon, I think Brazen Bar is probably my only like clean answer to a Murktide. It's not really a clean answer. That kind of sucked, right? Maybe I can't squeeze Bowmasters in. I kind of like it when my opponent's playing 1-mana 1/1s and brainstorms and stuff. It's like not bad if the opponent's hitting you with Frog and whatnot too. You entomb for it, I'm rando. Coffin Bridge. It lets the entomb be a graveyard hate spell. It's also like resilient to like counter battles and stuff, or opposing Thoughtseize. It was a little bit better when Grief was around, but it's still good. Is Fnatic stock? I would say so. It's stockish. The lists haven't like really settled, but base Caleb cutting Wasteland. The version that I played at the Gen Con tournaments, I was only playing one Wasteland in the main deck. I was just like not actively wastelanding my opponents in the mirror. I was just trying to get ahead of like if you manage to resolve an Archon or something, you kind of just get to win. And the wasteland plan is like kind of grindy, but like having an extra spell instead of a wasteland can help you grind too. So it kind of depends on like how fast you think the games are going to be compressed. Whether you want like a bunch of pitch cards or whatnot. On the draw, I cut all my Force of Wills and shit. And tried to grind a little bit, and I kind of hated that. So now I'm trying to just stay in a Reanimator deck. A lot more experience playing the Reanimator mirrors than like this versus Tempo. Yeah, I like pitching Force to Force there. I don't think we get to pitch cast Force multiple times and still be in the game. I considered not even playing it. I really liked being on the Orc plan when I was playing the Mirror because your opponents would leave in Brazen Borrowers, and then you just like get to Orc kill it and turn off their ability to cantrip for an answer. It was pretty good. Like I'd rather have an Orc here than a Brazen Borrower, right? But because I was still on reanimating stuff, because I was still going full on Reanimator, I'm leaving all my reanimation effects in. I wanted the Borrowers to answer potential hate cards, which might have been wrong. We didn't really see any last game, right? But they also answer like big Murktides, right? It's not nothing there. Opponent's got so many more cards than me. Yeah, my main regret is not finding space for those Orcs right now. Because this is the sort of game where they look particularly good. Yeah, right, Batterskull. Yeah, you want your wastelands against like utility lands, and you want them versus like Eldrazi. And I wanted them versus matchups where like I needed to hit like Urza's Saga, but I didn't want to bring in the fucking Moon effect, right? Harbinger of the Seas. Like against Welder, I want a few more wastelands. So I can just answer an Urza's Saga if I need to. But that was only one of a few matchups. Feels like they're baiting me so they can resolve their frog. To play into days. Yeah, let's do it. The thing is, reanimating a troll just becomes like kind of bad in the near future. Like the opponent's got pressure on you and stuff. Losing 6 life to get the troll into play. You can just like lose some of those races. This case with the surgical extraction is actually not bad for me. The surgical is trading 1-for-1 with this reanimate, and we lose our trolls, and I don't care. I don't care about that at all. It's kind of like one of the better cases for surgical, I think. I don't lose 6 life. Like I am missing my own Tamiyo right now. I think I added it and then cut it. Ooh, hello. I think I should have tapped that C, maybe. Yeah, opponent having a pile of ribs for me. That's pretty good for them. One thing about Tamiyo is sometimes you can flash in Brazen Borrower to try and eat it, but like we just saw with the Pyroblast, it's really hard to do, right? Does something need to be done about Reanimator having a 20+% meta share? Yeah, probably. That's pretty high for Legacy. That's like a higher... Like, Frog right now has a higher meta share than Ren and 6 did when it was banned. And I think the meta's like share is like pretty similar to where Deathrite Shaman was at, but I think Deathrite was lower too. I think those are pretty good barometers. No, I don't think that ever happened, HK. The Rug Delver was 20% of the meta. We can check, though. Would have been a long time ago. When was Rug Delver prominent? Was that 2012? In 2012, which I think was Rug Delver's heyday, it was at 15% of the meta. But like we can check 2013. 2013 it gets split a little bit. I think this was like close to where Deathrite worked its way in. Yeah, you see blue-red aggro instead of Rug. Split things up even further. But yeah, Rug wasn't even around in 2011. At least not in its form. Ren and 6 Delver was not 23%-ish, I don't think. We can check that too. Ren and 6 Delver is weird because it wasn't around for a full year. I think I did check it though. I think I checked it on Goldfish because Goldfish lets you search by month. Yeah, I think how miserable Ren and 6 was to play against was a big part of it. Even though it didn't have a meta share that was especially dominant. Feeling pretty dead here. I'm not drawing especially live either. Like, what am I anime deading? A frog. They already have a frog. Let's give her the old scooperini. When was Ren and 6 printed? Original Modern Horizons set. 2019. What month in 2019? June 2019. So that'd be January, February, March, April, May, June. Yeah, that's 6. And then when did it get banned? Opponent's got some scary shit going on over there. It's cute that they got to turn 1 Magus the Moon, and we just have, like, our basic island and a troll to go get a swamp here. We just play the frog on turn 2, bin Grizzlebrand, and reanimate the turn after. We watched the debate together. I thought about it, Bunny. November 18th. So 11, 18. Oh, I gotta set these to 2019. And then I gotta set the format to Legacy. I'll let you all see what I'm doing real quick. Format set to Legacy. I think I have the right date range here. And it contains this following cards, Ren, and... Oops, no. Nothing with the following cards, because we need the size first. Results, 4,007. Oh, there's users submitted here. I need to make these just tournament. 1,452. Decks total in Legacy in that time period. And then you do the same search with Ren and 6. No decks found. Well, I'm probably doing something weird wrong here. But those are the basic steps that I used to find the meta share last time. Hey, Beta. Thanks to the sub. Thanks to 69 months there. Oh, fun, Kai Storm. Your girlfriend and you have popcorn. Amazing. If we wanted to reanimate on our next turn, we could also Brazen Bar or bounce something. I feel like saving 7 life is a pretty big game. Oh, really offhand? Troll MVP in the match. Yeah, I mean, Troll getting my basic swamp's pretty big, right? I guess Brazen Borrower could have like freed up our black sources too, but God, they still can't even attack. Oh, the forest implies they're, yeah, adventuring. I win. Do I want force negation? Probably not. Alright, I'll play it. Did something in particular happen for people to play the Miracle Guy? Mostly people just testing it out. Nothing in particular, really. People do like value. People also like, I feel like in Legacy, people tend to overestimate Miracle cards. Because they see the casting cost of the Miracle, they're like, oh, I could just set that up with Brainstorm. That's 2 mana. It only costs 2 mana. Fucking throw away the Animate Deads. We got a better card. But Animate Dead you can cast on turn 2, right? You can't cast that card on turn 2. And take some setup or it's a little random and stuff. You do get value out of it. So it's not nothing. It's not bad, but I think it's competing with like Barrogoyf. I'm not sure that it's actually better than just casting a Barrogoyf and watching that go to town. Not a big fan of wastelanding my opponent when they've got Fable rolling. So I'm just gonna play my Swamp here. Play my Swamp, pass the turn. No Atraxa. I like Grizzlebrand better. I think it's a better card. I've had too many Atraxa triggers find like Force of Will, but the only other blue card's like a Brainstorm or something, and you just like need to have the cards right then. The extra cards are sick with Psychic Frog too. Archon things. Yeah, usually when your life total's in danger, I'd rather have an Archon than a Atraxa anyway. The nice thing about Atraxa is it does pitch to Force of Will, but I don't think that's enough. I'd rather play the better card. Entomb Fanatic, Cycle Troll, get both with Lifelink. I think that's got to be like a lot worse than just making an Archon, right? I do think there is some value in having a 1-of in the main deck for those reanimation chains. Sometimes it could let you like reduce the life you're losing on Reanimate too, while putting multiple bodies out. But that's like a 1-of in the main deck, right? You just won an RCQ with Frogtide. Frog was a beast all day. Or are people playing Beast Within again? You like that one? Someone had to. Thank you for your service. Fucking genius. Ooh. I'm gonna fetch Island here. Then I can brainstorm and upkeep, bin the troll, go get swamp, have some nice basics. Well, I guess I keep this, huh? To reanimate a troll. Feels slow. This might be a spot where an extra 4/4 matters. So I can't even reanimate something this turn. I have to brainstorm to set it up and then finally reanimate next turn. I don't know if this dog's worth forcing. I should maybe be saving the force for a removal spell. Oh. I have answered my own question. The dog was not worth forcing. But I've answered it for everybody. Look. Fucking him to Turok Dog. Yeah, right? What a busted card. This is why I need to do more Legacy streams. I've played with and against Vexing Bobble a ton. Just a brain fight. I think they should have played that White Orchid pre-combat, huh? Grizzlebrand's a little weak to Caracas, but I think it's still just better here. If the Caracas was showing, I might reconsider. Do I want another 7? I think this is pretty good. We can just do the animate dead on Fnatic thing. Another 7's mighty tempting, though. We're going to gain the life back from this sword. That's all I'm thinking about. And we have that 4/4. Yeah, fuck it. Give me another 7. Try and force it again. Oh, I guess I could try and do that. Pretty good collection of cards over here. Gut shot in response. Gut shot would not be bad for me there. There's a Vixing Bobble in play. This is why y'all need to watch more Legacy streams. I think they're clearing their creature. Oh, I was gonna say, I thought they were clearing their creatures so they could edict me with balance, you know? Oh no, I don't have any lands. Yeah, multiple fanatics chaining into each other is certainly gross. It's a little awkward to have, like... I mean, there is a cost to having just, like, a shitload of miracles in your deck. It does slow the deck down a little bit. Cracking the bobble. I don't think so, Goon the Spoon. Like an Elon fan in space with no oxygen was the line. My God. If I daze that Vexing Bobble, I could be reanimating here. I think I'm just supposed to play a frog. Just play the frog and pass. Yeah, reanimating their stuff's kind of bad when they have the Philia here to blink them back to their side of the board. Can they ever beat a frog? I don't know. We'll see. But they are a swords deck. They've seen 2 of them already, but usually they have Solitude as well. They don't have mana for Solitude. Fizzle the Stash Counter with Psychic Frog? Could have. I think there's a really good chance I'm going to end up Brazen Borrowing the fucking frog anyway. Or the Sash anyway. I don't think we need to get too zesty here. Got me. Getting Philia to blink my own Metamorphs would be kind of cute. Cool way to cheat some stuff into play. Maybe I should have done that instead of making another frog last turn. We know one of their cards, that Lion Sash they bounced, right? Good stuff. I think that Grizzlebrand was a lot better than Atraxa for what it's worth. Draw 14, discard X. Versus, look at 10, get 3 cards. Might leave some forces in, even though they're playing Vexing Bobble. Could play Bowmaster. Hits Mother of Runes. They were showing Giver, though. How many fucking X1s could they have in their deck, right? A little bit worried about TMEO running into Crocus. Or it'd be solid here. Yeah, give me 2 days as 2 forces, I guess. Or like 1 day as 3 force. Well, there's an opening, huh? If y'all keep debating the merits of Elon Musk's rockets, I'm going to turn on the debate. You have been warned! I guess I'm supposed to force that, huh? You know what I just realized? I'm probably supposed to be thought-seizing them in case they have Fairy Macabre. We can do a slightly slower Grizzlebrand. Try to play around hate. I missed that the frog had been the Grizzlebrand, so I should have thought-seized on turn 1. Wow. Just looking for a black source here, so I can make the Grizzlebrand next turn. I can make a Grizzlebrand this turn, but I think it's much better to remove the opponent's ability to make it Calder complete. Because they have an answer to the Grizzlebrand, right? They have a Solitude for me. Yeah, you're good, Hibbity. So we know their whole hand here, We actually haven't seen Crocus out of them. Hey, 5S thinks the 94 months there. Caleb playing the best format. One of my favorites, 5S. One of my favorites. Something feels good about playing a bunch of Dazes and Underground Seas and stuff. That's just a good time right there. I wonder if I've been Daze if they pitch cast Solitude. They probably do, huh? That's alright. Alright. This is the first time this has happened, where I've reanimated a Grizzlebrand and not had the life to pay. This is also the first time I was playing Thoughtseize in this deck. With grief, I would still have 7 life right here. Oh, I love that 5S. Damn, I was hoping they would get greedy. Well, looks like we're in on this frog, huh? How am I? I'm doing great, Vinny. Is the frog just reinventing Legacy? Yeah, basically. I mean, it's like way better than Dreadhorde, and Dreadhorde got banned, right? I don't think the frog's long for this world. I think post Eternal Weekend, it'll probably end up getting the ban. Hey, Torvak thinks the 79 months there. What did Solitude pitch? Philia. Another casting the Flicker Wisp. It's the last card in hand is the Call to Complete. Blinking my frog. How dare. I'm not going to Eternal Weekend now. I've got a very busy next while. I don't even know when Eternal Weekend is. Hell yeah, Alkaizen. Yeah, you got CubeCon coming up. Got a bunch of shows and stuff. Looking at the graveyard for reanimation targets. I think it's just Solitude, right? That's like interesting at all. Yeah, might as well chill on that one. November 22nd and 23rd in Pittsburgh. Yeah, I could actually make that. I'm not going to, but I could. I think it'll be nice to not be traveling and stuff for a little bit. Oh, that's awkward. Opponent's not wastelanding here because they want to cast that Cauldron Complete that's trapped in their hand right now. I like holding onto that Underground Sea in case I want to brainstorm it away later. Four Entombs in the deck. Think about doing some weird stuff. I could Animate Dead, Flicker Wisp, and then have the Flicker Wisp blink out the Animate Dead, so I just have like an Animate Dead in suspension. I could hold up Brazen Borrower in case they land Cauldron Complete, and then I just like bounce it on tap. Make a 4/4. You like reanimating Solitude and then just blinking Undercity Sewers? That's not crazy. Yeah, I kind of dig that. Although, yeah, here I don't actually want to bin anything. The one card that I would want to bin would be the Underground Sea, and that's something that I would need for that line. So we could animate Dead the Solitude, but I think this is just like an excellent spot for a Brazen Borrower. And I might end up actually regretting bidding that extra land, right? If I actually wanted to play these Brazen Borrowers at any point. Sanctifier in back. Oh, just to brick my 4/4. Interesting. I thought they'd get the Doggo and try and blink the Flicker Wisp. Pretty happy to be wrong. This album's so chill. Just plunking along. Yeah, Ghost Quarter is terrifying, Makes me look like a goddamn idiot for bidding that extra C earlier. Swordsing the 3/1. Swordsing the Flyer. Is the plan to equip Cauldron? No, because I just cracked down. What did we lose to? We got Delraid. Oh shit, that one's live, huh? Opponent's deck's interesting. I don't think they're playing Vials. Just jamming Vexing Bauble in the Vial slot. Possible we just didn't see them, but like, we've had some long games, right? I guess they might have just not seen them game one and then boarded them out. Opponent's got one in hand. Very cool. How much better would Grief be here? We'll see, I suppose. Oh, I think I'm supposed to Brainstorm here and then Bin Troll, rather than just Bin Troll. I guess Brainstorm was how I set up these Metamorphoses, though. They kind of reanimate. Grizzlebrand probably better than Archon, but like making them sack the Tameo is so satisfying in this spot. After they invested in flipping it. Yeah, I imagine just drawing 14 cards and letting them have a Tameo is much better, huh? just a smidge better. $14 cards look pretty good right now. Yeah. Looks like this was good enough, though. I think my opponent's playing Stoneblade. Stapleton doesn't play Tameo? I don't think so. They gotta fit in all their Curies and whatever. Speaking of which, how'd my playset show up? Haven't gotten a chance to shuffle them up yet. Didn't they say more legacy cards were getting added to Magic Online? Does that include that Stifle Knot card, the Cutie or whatever? It's like a 2-drop that for 2 mana you can like sack a creature and draw cards equal to its power or something. Yeah, I don't know whether to lead on Thoughtseize or Tameo. I guess I'll go with Thoughtseize. Is the Miracle card the worst card in the deck? The Miracle card, I think, is matchup and situational dependent. Thopter Gifts. I think against someone like Oops All Spells. Oh, maybe they are. I mean, yeah, I guess this is fucking... What was I saying? Yeah, against something like Oops All Spells, it would be the worst card in the deck, right? Just because it'd be so, like it's the slowest and clunkiest. But in grinding matchups, it might be one of your better cards. I think I'm supposed to take the Stifle here so they can't protect the Urza Saga with it. Yeah, same TWP. I didn't think they'd have room for Tamiyo. Tamiyo's a great card, though. That makes sense, right? There's a lot of fucking lands over here. Maybe I can find a Brainstorm or something. Fix my hand, flip my Tamiyo. I think just playing a couple Tamiyo main deck in this deck would actually be totally solid. Yeah, you're eating like swords and stuff, but I mean, so are frogs, right? I know your frog has a higher chance of landing. I'm gonna go grab a Surveil land here. A little bit of filtering action. Hello. This is where we hope that they do not have a Swords Plowshares, right? Because that would be a bummer. Yeah, we knew they had Dress Down. They'd already played one Plow to get our Tamiyo. Looks like the Tamiyo eating the swords was pretty important there. I was gonna draw my 7 now. They don't have Stifle up for me. Been these trolls. I guess I want to hold on to a fetch. Been a C. Can you imagine getting your fucking Grizzlebrand stifled? Right, Warren? Yeah, I could choose to play around Daze, or I could choose to play around Dress Down plus Swords of Plowshares. We knew they had the Dress Down, but we'd already seen one Swords. This is fucking wild. Destroy all untapped creatures. Phenomenal. Hell yeah. I'd like this hand a lot better if we had a Force or something. But we do have Entomb Animate Dead, and that's hard to send back, right? You think Grizzlepuff is Bob Huang? That sounds right. Very tempting to Wasteland turn 1. And I'm once again going to draw as a sorcery here. So I can use the Grizzlebrand as a discard outlet. Jeskai Vial. Fuck, somebody in chat I think was talking about Jeskai Vial earlier today. I was like, what the hell are you talking about? Looks like I might get to find out firsthand, huh? I respect it, Johnny. Maybe I'm supposed to waste Caracas there. Worried about block bounces and such. Kind of like the idea of Brazen Borrower bouncing Aether Vial. Let's reset that shit. We'll see how this next turn goes, So they did that instead of vialing in Ajani and block bouncing. Interesting spot. I can Brazen Borrower back the Troll. I could bounce the Drake and then the exchange can't happen, and then we get to like gain some life, which is kind of nice. But then we don't have a way of getting our Troll back next turn, right? Imp is saying deal. I don't feel very deal about this spot. I think this is a concerning turn. A little worried about just dying, right? If we let the Drake swap happen and spend our whole turn Brazen Borrowing back the Troll. I have played my land for the turn, Mr. Krasy. Yeah, and the mana doesn't work. Yeah, last turn I reanimated Metamorph and Wastelanded, and I was tapped out. Just thinking here for a sec. I guess they use the dog to bling Gilded Drake. Yeah, this line might be fucking terrible. Yeah, it's working out poorly now, Yeah, sure looks like they can chew through a lot of big shitters. We can tutor for Archon and Reanimate Archon, but I don't see how we win after that. I think we just don't. What an annoying ass deck, Does Bowmasters kill anything? Sort of. Yeah, I like the Thoughtseize a lot. Wish I had Needles for Vial. Yeah, it seems a lot better than the old Esper Vial decks, right? Because this deck can actually apply pressure. A Johnny plus Bombardiers is just like fucking fucked up, Yeah, I'd say really bad TWP. Maybe Days for Vial on the play is not crazy. A lot of triggers for Consign. Yeah, it's not a crazy idea. Hits Vial 2 on the play. Yeah, it does. I mean, it doesn't sound bad. $80 cards Aether Vial is standard doing Strip the Pig. In Death and Taxes, you're more likely to see 80 card versions than 60 card versions. Paradoxically, they do still always have it turn 1. This might be much worse than getting that Grizzlebrand. I also maybe shouldn't even be doing it right now. Guess who else always has it? Yeah, valid. You remember when people used to play Exhume in Legacy? I've not seen an Exhume since Solitude was printed, I wonder if this Arbinger is actually better than just wastelanding them, huh? Yeah, let's ponder it up. Oh, we got Rebs for frogs. Sure. What if I was just supposed to make a stupid 4/4 there? Not do it, opponent. Oh, yeah, that's really good. Hey, beat out these are 65 months. You're about to go on a walk, but it's been an absolute delight chilling here today. Hell yeah, BDL. I'm glad you enjoyed the stream. Yeah, I started the evening off with a mini rant, tuckered myself out, put on some chill tunes, enjoyed some Legacy. Kind of like the Force of Will better on the draw. I feel better about Force of Willing in turn 1 Aether Vial if they're on the play. Absolutely Wombat Man. So having Entomb animate dead in your opener is typically pretty good. In this situation, we're just reanimating a frog, I guess. Turn 2 frog. Can you mulligan turn 2 frog? Yeah, I think my fucking Blood Moon effect should have come out. Oh well. Kind of wondering what they're doing with this. Like, are they trying to play Furies or something? No turn 1 Vial, huh? What's this deck's mulligan quality? My deck? Very, very good. We're playing a 2-card combo with Entomb and then either Reanimate or Animate Dead. So there's a lot of like lower card hands that still just like do something nutty and then draw 14 cards. And then we're also a Brainstorm Ponder deck, right? So there's just like a ton of 6-card hands that are keeps and such. And like quality keeps too. Just thinking about how to sequence here. I don't think I want to set up this Fnatic off this Brainstorm. We have 2 more Brainstorms, right, to set up Fnatic. So we can put back Delta and put back this thing. Yori into hand. Very interesting. Not sliding Bombardiers. Not wastelanding me, but putting Yori into hand. I could Brainstorm Entomb and then Brainstorm again. It's like kind of tempting. Entomb into Brainstorm into Reanimate. The Miracle has to be the first draw for the turn, P2 to sell. So you could Brainstorm to put the Metamorphosis on top, and then Brainstorm on the opponent's turn and get a Miracle trigger, but we don't have that kind of mana. Hey, Captain Rats, hope you had a good stream. Deciding whether to Grizzlebrand or Archon here. Archon worked out pretty well last game. And I'm Brainstorming on my turn here so it doesn't get Pyroblasted. That would be a bit awkward, huh? Hell yeah, Captain Rats. Yeah, we've been listening to this Too Mellow artist for a minute. Been pretty chill vibes. I wish I'd done Grizzlebrand now. As always, Feels like the odds of them not having like Image or Gilded Drake or a way to tutor for them is like very low. Gonna leave that on top in case they image my Archon. I guess if they had Image for my Archon, they'd just kind of win, right? They'd get 2 Archon triggers and then they could huck to Broadside. It's like a lot of fucking damage, huh? Maybe their plan is to sacrifice Yorion to kill Archon. Otawara bouncing the Gilded Drake. Vomit. Yeah, it seems like they're just going to get to win. What's going on here? Terrible things. If you're me specifically. Yeah, they just have a win, right? Serve with Broadside and Archon. Sack Archon. Archon sacks for 10 goddamn damage, so. Yarp. Oh, I guess I was supposed to keep the Drake to chump Archon. That would have kept me alive. Live-ish, right? 2 life. Didn't sack Broadside. That's fucked up. Sack the Archon to Broadside, rather. Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, that deck was kind of wild. I don't know if I'd want to play it against Doomsday, but who knows? Maybe it's sweet. Certainly seemed well positioned here, right? Just all the different ways to steal in a big critter. And Vials to sneak them in and such. Alrighty, folks. I think I might tap out a smidge early. Today. Did I have a full stream? What was my stream time? When did I go live? Yeah, that is a little early. 5